Honestly, Toko should be like, you may have won the battle, but we've won the war. We're the student council. We control your budget, asshole! Hey guys, it's Ike, and welcome to the 9th episode of Bloom Into You, and also welcome back to my channel, where I am always late with my uploads. Things keep getting in my way, whether it's physically or mentally. In this case, it's physically, because I'm stuck training / taking care of a puppy. I'm essentially fostering the puppy, which pisses me off because it's not mine and I'm gonna move out within a month and I'm not even gonna see that puppy, so I don't really see need in putting in emotional attachment with it, but you know, whatever, nobody else wants to take care of it. Anyways, a little bit of a recap from the previous episode. In episode 8, we had, we had Sayaka confronting her old senpai, and then there was Sayaka and you having conversation, with each other's, essentially real self, instead of, like, the front that they put up in school. So they kind of had that, like, real conversation with each other. After that, we had the rain scene with you and Toko, and we just kind of see how unfair Toko is, and also we had that whole symbolism with the hydrangeas, whatever that fucking flower is. But anyways, yeah, I did some research on it. I don't know whether those were yellow hydrangeas. God, I can't pronounce it. I don't know whether they're yellow or white. But if they are yellow, it kind of makes no sense because I cannot find a fucking website that tells me what a yellow the yellow flower means. So I'm just gonna assume it's white. And that's basically what happened. I mean, there were a little bit of scenes mentioning the sports festival, and I'm assuming in this episode it's going to be the finale of the sport festival arc, and once we get into episode 10, it's gonna be more about the theater. And before we truly get started, if you guys have been enjoying the series, remember to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. It helps my videos out tremendously. I also have my website at ikrot.com. You should totally check it out. I have my top 6 Yuri of November up there, along with the video as well. But you know, you should just go on the website and check out the whole fucking list. As a person who likes reading a lot more, just check out the list. Alright, enough shilling, let's get started. You know, ever since I brought my attention to their eyebrows, I just can't stop staring at their eyebrows. It's just so fucking... It's just like a single line, but like it's so visible from their, you know how like the eyebrows are just visible through their hair? You know, she doesn't even have her little band around that says student council, but like people just know that she's the student council. I mean, I guess those other guys just knew about it because the other dude called her part of the student council. Anyways. You're part of the student council. What do you mean it wouldn't require? Oh, I know this room. What a musty-ass fucking gym storage. Oh, don't jinx yourself. You're gonna see her now that you've said it. Ugh, she's fucking cornering you. That's so fucking ominous, the way that they fucking did that. Why are you walking in? What's going on? What are you closing the door for, huh? And then that fucking shot, it just like pans out as she closes the door. Wow. Did she just fucking lock the door? Add in some horror music and like this could be a fucking horror scene. The piano kicks in and it's supposed to be like a sentimental scene, or I guess romantic. God, this piano just saved the scene, I tell you. Them quivering lips though. It's a tremendous difference. I still don't like how their school uniform involves their color like popped out. Don't lie to me. No fucking school microphones are that good. School microphones / speakers. It's always, I can't fucking hear anything. I remember that one time in my high school. Well, she's a part of the... Yeah, she was a part of the basketball team, wasn't she? But does that just look like a piece of tape on their, I think that's supposed to be, a pin, but it looks like a piece of tape to me. If somebody knows the page where they show the height of all the relevant characters, because I remember they did that, like they showed all the heights of the relevant character, and Akari is like one of the tallest one there, and then it just goes downward. I don't remember which volume that's from, but if somebody remembers, yeah, you can send me a link, thanks. Like, she's taller than Dojima. Why does the sound not match her mouth at all? What if there's nothing more to our president than what everyone sees on the outside? Oh, you know what? The only thing left to do is to just stalk her, you know? Just follow her. Ooh, mystery! Those faraway shots are incredible. Wait, hold on, you're telling me the vending machine gave you that big-ass water bottle? Where can I get that water vending machine? Hey, you know, since we're talking about, like, differences between who kisses who, you know? Like, you isn't the one kissing her. Toko's the one who's been putting her moves on you, alright? It's a one-sided thing. 500 milliliters? Oh man, the fucking water is coming back. If it's so bright, why'd you stare at it? Talking about this, this whole scenario, I really do like this scene. Again, it's kind of like with Sayaka and that coffee shop lady. Still can't remember her name. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of like with Sayaka and that coffee shop lady, had to be able to talk to somebody who kind of shares the same feeling or shares the same ideals as you. It's, very refreshing, but then, here's Maki who's gonna say something else. She's, okay, first of all, Mr. Psychologist, she's on the same spectrum, alright? She doesn't have to be, like, on the same level. Damn lips, though, am I right? Yeah, you have to give her a smooch. Speaking of which, they've got a new special out for, the Bloom Into You manga. And, they had a little bit of a backstory on her and the teacher. I kind of like that, but I also don't really like the way they said it towards the end. I know I mentioned it, but don't talk about it in the comments. Somebody will anyways. Hell yeah. What the fuck cheer her on for when I can just tell her she's gonna get fucked? Seems like a handful romantically. Well, you're good at reading that. Damn, you see those fucking ankles? God, fucking subtitles, I swear, somebody, stop. My god, those fucking tall people. So, honestly, Toko should be like, you may have won the battle, but we've won the war. We're the student council. We control your budget, asshole! Oh, that sounds very good, basketball team. They would continue to get budget. Yeah, you don't need any fucking buff. Like I said, finale, this fucking music, though. Good running form. Says the person who doesn't really fucking run. So take that with a grain of salt. Damn, you taken aback by Toko? Her running form was just that good? Well, I mean, what did you fucking expect? Look at these basketball people. Before I forget, let me take out the fucking manga, which is, should be volume 4. No, it's volume 3. What am I talking about? Volume 4 comes next. Volume 3 is where they're fucking, it's the, it's the cover of, episode 8. Yeah, so, this was, like, the scene with you, watching Toko. And I remember when I first read this, I don't know, because there's no fucking music for me to, like, see what you, essentially would see. So when I interpret it in the manga, I was just kind of like, oh, she's running a little bit too slow, and so they fucking lost. But the way that they translated over into the anime, that was pretty good, because it just shows you essentially falling in love with Toko. Faux show! Yeah, you should celebrate anyways, right? Well there. Just lost in my thoughts. What are you guys staring at? There's nobody on the fucking field. What? Ha 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 ha! Miss Last Place. It says, what's for dinner, right? Have any idea what you want for dinner, Miss Last Place? Is that supposed to be line? Why is that ASAP? What the fuck? It just fell on her face? You know, it's pretty easy to behave yourself during a sports festival because you have so many fucking activities to do. Just saying, Toko, you didn't really do anything incredible. You don't want to swim to the surface? What is keeping her back? Whether it's because Yu knows that she's slowly falling in love with Toko, and she also knows that Toko doesn't want her to fall in love with her. So something in the back of her head is just thinking like, no, don't do it. You can't cross that line. You know, because Toko's not ready. Maybe you're not ready too. You know, I left my coffee outside, and it's like, it's cold coffee now, and I'm just very sad. She's panting like a dog. Like I said, piano just saves this and the other scene. Oh, violin just kicked in, oh my god. Yeah, because you can hear her heartbeat from where you are, right? Sure, totally you. Last year, when I made my bad ramblings on Bloom Into You, the problem that I had with the manga, just a tad, was mainly on this volume, and towards the end of volume 3, which is with Toko pushing her moves onto you, and I thought that was I just felt a little bit uncomfortable with it. Like, I'm just this is my honest opinion on it. I feel like this anime in general, and just the way it translates itself from the manga, it's taken its source and just putting its own flow into it. I feel like I appreciate and I understand the series a whole lot more, which is good, because I feel like that's how an anime should be. If it adapts itself into the manga, it should know how to translate the feeling from the manga and be able to replicate it, or be able to describe it better, like I said, with the way that this anime has been doing. But even then, in the finale of the sports festival, the way that they did it with Toko pushing her moves onto you, and in the beginning of that scene with Toko just fucking walking in and like locking her and you inside the gym storage. I feel like they lingered on that a little bit too long, but maybe because we're still going through Yu's perspective, and that is essentially what Toko is doing. She's lingering, and when that happened and there's just no sound, it's just a tad creepy, you know. She's not like, Toko's not saying anything, but she just does that, and then the fucking camera pans out and it's just her closing the door to the storage room. It's just wow. But, you know, the moment the piano kicks in and shit, you're like, oh, it's supposed to be a romantic scene or a sentimental scene, whatever. So I didn't really like that part as much in the manga, and I feel like I don't even like it. I don't like it even more now that I see it like animated. But moving over towards the end with the said promise, that was the other problem that I had, that I don't remember if I said it in the Bad Ramblings. I really don't remember. I think I said it in the description. But yeah, it just, actually I don't think I said it at all, because I just didn't want people to think differently. Yeah, but what I was saying with, what I wanted to say with the scene between Yu and Toko, where Yu was supposed to give Toko a reward and kiss her, I just felt like Yu doesn't really know much about, you know, romance other than what she's read and seen. So she's kind of like a kid in terms of this, and I've been saying it. It just feels like Toko is taking advantage of that innocence that Yu has. And so just going in and taking it a step further with, like, you know, a fucking deep kiss, sticking your tongue in the other girl's in the other girl's mouth. To which I have to give it credit. That is a way better fucking kiss scene than any of the fucking Citrus kiss scene I've ever seen. I'm still gonna get flack for that stupid fucking Citrus anime. But you know what? The fucking Passion has fucked up one of my favorite scenes in Citrus, and it pissed me off so much, and I'm over here like, you know what? Citrus had a whole lot more smut than Bloom Into You has, alright? And how is it that in this scene of Bloom Into You, they've done it better? Fuck off, Passion. By the way, if you guys haven't heard of Eclair, it's a Yuri anthology with a bunch of Yuri artists, including Nagatani Neo, the creator of Bloom Into You. She made a story for Eclair. It's also like the cover of Eclair as well. And I remember reading that story, and I didn't like that story as much as I thought I would be. It's kind of the same thing for I forgot the name of the person who made Kiss and White Lily, but it's also the same with that mangaka who made a story for Eclair as well. That story was kind of meh, but Kano, that's her name. Kano also made another story that was kind of almost similar, like the characters were almost similar to the main character of Kiss and White Lily, but it's just that the chemistry of it is just a little bit off. And I didn't like that story either. I might just post in a link, or just ask me about it and I'll tell you about it. But I remember Kano making that story, and I was like, I didn't like that story either. And I think back on Nakatani Neo and how she made the story for Eclair, and I was like, I didn't like that story either. I just don't like the way that they did it. And I remember thinking, man, isn't that fucking lucky that this is the story that got them popular? For, you know, Kano's Kiss and White Lily, for Neo, for Nagatani is Bloom Into You. Isn't that lucky that this is the story that they got popular on, and they, you know, had this series become like this big, because I don't like any of their other story. I don't know where that rant was going, but yeah, that was episode 9 of Bloom Into You. It was quite a thing. I enjoyed the rest of the whole sports festival stuff. I didn't like the beginning and the ending of the episode with Yu and Toko. I liked Yu's conversation with Maki, and I also like Maki's whole thing where he's like, I don't think you're the same as me. You know, you look really, you say you don't look lonely, but your face shows it. So he's a psychologist. So I really enjoyed that, and I feel like I've already talked about all the other scenes as I watched it, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. If I'm missing anything, I'll write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching this. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I've got my social media. Check me out on my Twitter, my Instagram. I've got my Discord as well if you want to come on and hang out with me and some other cool individuals. Also, if you like my content and you want to support it, I do have my Patreon where for $1 a month, you can buy out my friendship. Other than that, thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next video.